Have you ever felt the relentless pressure to get on the property ladder in the UK, convinced that renting is just throwing money away? What if I told you that deeply ingrained belief could be costing you tens of thousands of pounds, locking you into a financial trap, and even delaying your dream of early retirement? Today, we're cutting through the noise and the property guru hype to reveal the raw, unvarnished truth about buying versus renting in the UK, armed with the real math that nobody wants you to see. I've delved deep into the UK's financial data, crunched countless scenarios, and the reality might just shatter everything you thought you knew. In 2024, new buyer mortgage payments have soared by over 50% in just 2 years, completely flipping the script on the buying always wins myth and turning home ownership into a financial headache for many. So, are you ready to challenge the conventional wisdom and uncover what's truly best for your finances and your future? Tell me in the comments, what's the biggest myth you've heard about buying a house in the UK? That pervasive narrative that renting is dead money is so powerful, isn't it? It gnaws at you, creating a sense of urgency and often leading to rash decisions. But this narrative conveniently overlooks the intricate complexities of the UK property market, the unpredictable nature of interest rates, and, frankly, the true costs of being a homeowner. Many people are rushing into purchases without grasping the full financial picture, ultimately finding themselves trapped in cycles of debt and missed investment opportunities. It's time we looked beyond the glossy brochures and the whispers of property experts who often have their own agendas. We need to confront the hidden realities that could be dictating your financial destiny without your full awareness. This video is your definitive roadmap to making the smartest housing decision for your UK financial future. We're going to pull back the curtain on the real expenses of buying a house here, unveil the often surprising financial advantages of renting and strategic investing, and then dive into the most up-to-date forecasts for UK house prices and rents in 2024 and 2025. Crucially, I'll then give you the only buy versus rent calculator you'll ever need to make a truly informed decision, custom-tailored to your unique circumstances. What we're about to uncover could fundamentally change how you view your path to wealth. Let's tackle the biggest myth head-on, the idea that renting is inherently dead money. This is a dangerously simplistic view that ignores a mountain of hidden costs associated with home ownership. When you buy a house in the UK, your mortgage payment is just the tip of the iceberg. Think about it: stamp duty, land tax, solicitor fees, valuation surveys, moving costs, then the ongoing expenses like buildings insurance, council tax, and, crucially, unexpected maintenance and repairs. A new boiler, a leaky roof, or a damp issue can easily set you back thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of pounds, often at the worst possible moment. This isn't money you're investing or building equity with, it's money gone forever, simply to maintain your property. For example, on a £300,000 home purchase in England, first-time buyers might be exempt from stamp duty up to £425,000, but they'll still face thousands in legal and survey fees. A second-time buyer could easily pay £2,500 in stamp duty alone, plus solicitors, surveys, and mortgage arrangement fees, adding up to a substantial sum before you even get the keys. This initial outlay, often £10,000 to £20,000, is capital that is never recovered. So, next time someone says renting is dead money, remember these often forgotten drains on your wealth. But what if you could put that money to work for you in a completely different way? This brings us to the pivotal 100K plus question. What if you invested your house deposit instead of locking it into bricks and mortar? Imagine taking that substantial sum, perhaps £50,000 or even £100,000, and instead of using it as a down payment, you funnel it into growth assets. We're talking about leveraging the real financial benefits of renting, which include the incredible flexibility to invest more aggressively, accelerating your gains through the powerful magic of compound interest. This isn't just about saving for a house, it's about strategically building wealth. For instance, a £60,000 deposit invested in a diversified global index fund, historically averaging 7% annual returns, could potentially grow to over £118,000 in just 10 years, even while you continue to rent. This strategy offers unparalleled financial flexibility, allowing you to move for career opportunities or simply to a more affordable area without the significant transaction costs or stress of selling a property. This could be your accelerated route to greater financial independence and, yes, even an earlier retirement here in the UK. But to make this work, you also need to understand the wider economic landscape. We simply cannot ignore the current macroeconomic climate, especially here in the UK. Let's take a deep dive into the UK property forecast for 2024 and 2025. Where are house prices and rents truly heading? We need to understand how the Bank of England's interest rate policies and the resulting surge in mortgage payments are completely shattering the old "buying always wins" myth. What worked for your parents or even a few years ago is simply not the same reality today. Property ownership has become significantly more expensive and inherently riskier for a vast number of people. For example, the average UK fixed-rate mortgage soared past 6% for a period last year, a dramatic jump from the sub-2% rates seen just a few years prior. This means a £200,000 mortgage at 5% interest costs over £200 more per month than at 2%. This isn't just a minor adjustment, it's a fundamental shift that impacts your monthly budget, your ability to save, and ultimately the real value and affordability of home ownership. Staying informed about these trends is not optional, it's essential for any sound financial decision. And this leads us to consider the bigger picture beyond just the numbers. The decision to buy or rent stretches far beyond mere pound signs. It's about weighing critical lifestyle choices and long-term wealth-building trade-offs. We're talking about the stark difference between the flexibility that renting offers and the perceived equity that property ownership promises. Consider this. The freedom to move for a better job opportunity or to relocate to a more affordable area of the country to drastically cut your living expenses can directly translate into thousands of pounds saved and invested annually. This geographical agility and reduced financial burden, characteristic of renting, could be the unexpected key to turbocharging your investment portfolio and achieving early retirement here in the UK. It's about maximizing your opportunity cost. While owning property can build equity over the very long term, it often comes at the expense of liquidity and the ability to pivot quickly. The crucial question is, which path aligns more closely with your personal values, your career ambitions, and your timeline for financial freedom? This isn't about right or wrong, it's about what's right for you. So, what's the real answer? Stop falling for the same old hype. There is no universal right choice. The decision to buy or rent is profoundly personal, contingent on your unique financial circumstances, your life goals, and your individual tolerance for risk. We're going to empower you to use real data-driven mathematics to pinpoint whether buying or renting is the optimal strategy for you to build substantial wealth in the UK. This isn't a generic piece of advice, it's a tailored approach. We're providing you with the only comprehensive buy versus rent calculator you'll genuinely need to conduct this crucial analysis. Our customizable UK-centric tool allows you to input your specific deposit size, local rental costs, current interest rates, anticipated investment returns, and your personal timeline. You'll then see a clear projection of which scenario, buying or renting and investing, could potentially leave you wealthier over time. The power to shape your financial destiny is now in your hands. Check the link in the description for access to this game-changing tool and personalize your wealth plan today. Every day you hesitate, every day you postpone this critical financial analysis is a day you might be inadvertently sacrificing significant wealth-building opportunities or accumulating unnecessary costs. Remember this fundamental truth. Genuine financial freedom isn't about blindly following the crowd or succumbing to outdated societal pressures. It's about truly understanding your numbers, challenging conventional wisdom, and making deliberate, informed choices that meticulously serve your future, your aspirations, and your path to prosperity. Don't let inertia dictate your financial journey. If this deep dive has helped you see beyond the property hype and given you a clearer, more realistic perspective on your UK financial future, then please give this video a like. Subscribe for more actionable insights into personal finance in the UK, and, critically, join the conversation in the comments below. I want to know, what's the biggest buying always wins myth that you've personally encountered, or perhaps even believed? Let's challenge these narratives together. The journey to building true sustainable wealth in the UK is uniquely yours. Armed with this real-world mathematics, a clear understanding of your options, and the tools to make an informed decision, you are now truly empowered. You are no longer a passive observer, but an active architect of your financial destiny. Your journey of wealth creation, built on sound knowledge and personal empowerment, truly begins today. Take control, stay informed, and build the future you deserve. Remember, investments can go down as well as up, and this content is for informational purposes only and not financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor for personalized guidance.